This is a long Reddit post from a man who has muscular dystrophy, and he has a 35-year-old wife that he's been with for 12 years. So he has been with this woman since she was 23. And this is the fallout and what could happen on the back end. If you get with a man in your 20s, you need to understand what his health can do to impact your life. All right, let me jump into this. He's 42. He's been married for 6 years and they've been together for 12. Marriage has been wonderful. This is my second one, and she is absolutely everything I've ever wanted in a partner. I have muscular dystrophy, and I'm essentially housebound and need to use a wheelchair when we are able to go out. My illness has always been a source of stress for the both of us, but nothing we couldn't work through. Before we were married, we had several discussions about it. I wanted her to be sure that she knew what she was getting into, and I also wanted to be sure that I had a partner for life. Over the past few months, I've been seeing a new doctor. Okay, I'm just going to fast forward. His medicines have changed. He fell or almost fell, and he felt that she was uncaring and cold, and she said that she is done. She's been unwilling to talk, and her reasons are she doesn't want to. She wants to live like a normal 35-year-old. I don't want to do things alone. I want to have friends again. This one doesn't make sense to me because she literally has just gone on 2 trips with friends in the past month. She also says that I've changed. This is somewhat true as I've become more stressed about my failing health, but my overall personality is the same and we still have tons of fun together. She has told me straight up that she wouldn't have a baby with me because of my condition, which was so hurtful. People in much worse shape than me have raised children. We also bought our dream house in September and a new puppy just 2 days before this happened. I have no idea why she let those things happen if this is how she was feeling. I believe all the problems she mentioned are easily fixable, but she's unwilling to work on anything. She's unwilling to try counseling or make any changes of any kind. I fully understand it's difficult living with someone with a disability, but there were no warning signs that this was coming, and she never shared any of these feelings with me prior. And I really think that all the issues could have been fixed before it got to this point. Part of me wonders if I'm being told the truth. This past week has been hell. I feel totally alone. We have times where things feel normal and I start to think maybe things will be okay. Then she will follow up with something like, you need to figure out where you're going to live. This 35-year-old woman wants a normal life now. She's been a caretaker for more than 12 years, and she didn't envision seeing her 20s and her 30s, now the rest of her life being connected to a person who can't do anything. There will be a part 2. Part 2 of this Reddit thread. Okay, today is her birthday. She left the house at 10 and won't be back until tomorrow. She is going out with friends, but is clearly finding any reason she can to leave. We have a birthday tradition where I order food from a deli in New York City and make her a nice dinner. Today, that food will be sitting in the fridge untouched. Because of my disability, I am unable to live alone. I can't really go out on my own, can't live anywhere that is not wheelchair safe, and have doctor's appointments regularly that I need help with. She was pretty much my only source of support. I have a few friends in the area, but they all have families of their own. My mother will help however she can, but she's almost 70. I am stuck and I don't know what to do. Again, I feel like everything she mentioned can be fixed, but it seems like her mind is made up no matter what. I want nothing more in life than to have a child. At 42, this was pretty much my last chance. I really don't know why I'm writing this. I'm hurt. Okay, so he's just going through all these emotions. He doesn't understand. And I understand where he's coming from. He had a caretaker and now she doesn't want to be a caretaker. She wants to live and have fun in her 30s. So it is an unfair situation because I'm sure he did not do anything in life to get muscular dystrophy. However, I can see her stance as well because she is in her 30s and cannot see herself being a caretaker for somebody for the rest of his life. And they have a new puppy. She has to maintain the home on her own. And now he's talking about having a baby. Can you imagine? Women typically do the majority of the caretaking to begin with. So now on top of baby caretaking and working to keep the home up and bringing in income, Now you're adding a baby with that stress. Whew, that sounds like a very that sounds like a situation that shouldn't no that no one should go into. Absolutely not. Absolutely. The first comment here completely sums up my stance. While I understand you're hurting and your marriage is falling apart, you're being selfish and irrational. You can't even take care of yourself. How could you possibly be a parent? I can't help but feel that the reason you at 30 were going after someone who was 20 is because you wanted a caretaker as your health failed, and someone your own age would know better. Being a single mom is incredibly hard. Being a full-time caretaker for someone with MD in rapidly declining condition is also very hard. Asking her to do both is absurd. You guys go ahead and weigh in on your thoughts. I say absolutely not. This cannot work. He needs to go into a home that